Right.
Hello, Maximilian Television Advertising Agency, the Bubble Washing Powder Company. Oh, see if he's in. Are you?
Hello! Yes, I'm fine. How's yourself? Yes? Yes, it goes out on all channels 4 times nightly from next week, with an offer of a free plastic washing machine in every packet. Yes, I thought you'd like that one. I even thought of it myself. Okay, cheerio for now. Bye!
Hello, Maximilian Television Advertising Agency, Barks Dog Food Limited. I'll see if he's in. Are you?
Hello? Yes, Max himself speaking. Good news, good news. I told you the box needed maximum coverage. Shall I arrange for the extra 10 commercials a day? Expensive? Sure it's expensive. With your sales doubled, you're not complaining, are you? Good, good. Don't give it another thought. Cheerio for now. Bye.
Hello, Maximilian Television Advertising Agency. I'll see if he's in. Are you? I'm sorry, Mr. Maximilian Smith is engaged at the moment. Will you call back later? Goodbye.
That's enough for this morning, girls. It's no use overdoing it. Now, let's have a look at the profits from the main accounts from last month. What about Shino?
The file's on your desk, sir. I think you'll find it very pleasing.
Shino shampoo, sales up 25%. We have a new commercial coming out for them next week. The active ingredient in Shino will clean anything. It's wasted on carpets and floors. The new campaign will show the true worth of Shino. Did you know, girls, you can even wash your hair with it?
Basel file, sir. Profits up by 20%.
Splendid, good.
Barks reaching high level too. 50% up.
Good, splendid. Do you know, girls, I've been in this business a long time now, and it still ceases to amaze me how you can make a fortune on the formation of a few simple words. To relieve wash-day trouble, buy boxes of bubble. And remember, is your hair at fault? Are you starting to mold? Use Shino like the models on the telly. Write that down before we forget it. It'll do for the new Shino advert.
Then there's Barks, of course. In all public parks, you'll see dogs rid of Barks.
Right, and just to think that those few words could have doubled the sales of a rather second-rate dog food. Don't tell anyone, girls, but Barks dog food only contains a large amount of bread and a little marrowbone jelly.
Hello, it's in conference time, folks.
Alexandra, Victoria, nice to see you. How are you?
Fine, Max, fine.
Off you go, girls. Did you get everything sorted out on that new contract? Have a seat.
Yes, Max, I think it's about ready for launching now. It's been very difficult, but we're nearly there.
This chap Jones doesn't realise what a goal bunny's got to do with the business handled right.
He wants the agency to run the sales side of things, doesn't he? If he lets me handle it, there'll be no problems.
Yes, he does want the agency to run the sales side of things.
You two persuaded him? Good for you. I'll make him a millionaire in no time. The little profit for the workers of that financial miracle, of course.
Money is not the problem, though. As well as leaving him 9 cocoa plantations, Mr. Jones is in every chunk, so to speak.
But Jones is just not happy with our publicity ideas for his chocolate.
Not happy about the way I sell chocolate? Does he think I don't know how to run an advertising company? If I can double the sales of Barks dog food, I can sell anything. By the way, is the stuff he makes any good?
It's just chocolate, no worse than any other chocolate on the market, I suppose.
No, there are no faults in the product. His factory is well organised, his staff seem to know what they're doing. He's ready to go into production as soon as the sales details are sorted out.
So what's the problem?
He says he doesn't want any fancy sales talk. All he wants to sell is Jones's chocolate.
Jones's chocolate, did you say?
Jones's chocolates and Jones's cocoa.
Come off it, it'll never sell with a name like that.
We know that, but we can't convince Jones. We tried to tell him that in selling it's not just the product that matters, the image must be right too.
You're not just making chocolate, you're making dreams, delights, style. Your boring brand chocolate has to be transformed into a household name. A household name like Creamy Heaven,
Tasty savours,
Sunburnt Nectar,
russet berry.
Dark Bronze Daydreams. Some succulents turn ordinary chocolate into nectar. But Jones's chocolate, oh no.
You're so right. Don't worry, I'll make him change his mind about the name. So what's his number?
You don't have to phone. Jones's wife are in London. They'll be here in about 10 minutes.
Why ever didn't you wait and bring them with you?
We wanted to prepare you before they arrived. There's something else.
Go on.
His wife wants to star in the commercial.
Oh no, that awful opinionated woman. I've already promised the advert to Sonia and her kids. They're coming in this morning too. Jones's wife wants to do the commercial.
I'm afraid so.
Apparently his wife has been the local star of an amateur actress society for years. And you know what prima donna amateur actresses can be.
I know what you mean. Don't worry, I'll sort it all out when they get here. Now, we've got 5 minutes. I'd like you two to come up to the lab with me. I'd like you to see about these new plastic washing machines I've designed to give away with Bubble. The selling line is good too. If kids collect 20 lids from Bubble packets, they get a free plastic ironing board. Oh, Miss Lovely, I'm going up to the lab for 5 minutes. Jones and his wife will arrive here soon. Show them in. Now, Alexandra, it's the spin dryer I like the best on the machine.
So, Sonia Tree is doing the chocolate commercial then? A pity. I thought he might ask me to do it.
Yes, she's coming here this morning with those horrible kids of hers. I hope you've looked everything valuable away.
Yes, I have.
More coffee there.
Coffee please. Sonia never does any real acting these days, does she?
Coffee for you too, dear. Yes, but don't forget, black with no sugar. I'm on a diet. Do you think she ever did any real acting, as you call it?
I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? She makes a living out of doing commercials, and so she's sort of a celebrity in her own right because of it.
Must be better than being the poor secretary who's waiting to be discovered. For 5 years I've been expecting the film producer to walk through that door and offer me a contract.
I know what you mean. I've almost given up hope. I'd be more than grateful if someone offered me a sausage commercial.
I was in a sausage commercial once.
You, Mrs. Tip Lady?
Well, it wasn't so much a sausage commercial so much as the baked beans that were served with it. They were looking for a mumsy type, you see. Sonia Tree did her best, poor love, but somehow she just couldn't manage the accent. And they were auditioning in Mr. Smith's office, and I came in as usual with my tea trolley. But straight away this producer chappie comes up to me and says, "Are you busy, love? We've got a spot of spare time to make us a few quid."
And?
Well, it was nearly Christmas and the extra money would come in handy. So I said, okay, give it a try. So I gave me this script and these two really horrible kids who wouldn't eat the dinner I'd prepared until they had their beans with it. Quite a hit it was, but I didn't let it go to the head. Going up.
The annoying thing is that I know I've got what it takes. I've a face that makes men stop and stare, and a figure that makes them turn around for a second. Look,
You're not short of confidence either.
and yet here I am, stuck in a knot.
I used to imagine what it would be like to be the darling of the critics, the star of the London theatres. Now I just look forward to a weekend away from the telephone.
And the typewriter. The neon lights I used to dream about get dimmer every day.
I've been having elocution lessons since I was 3. My voice is at its best now. But who's going to listen?
You never know, one day it still might happen.
Dreams, dreams, dreams.
One can always hope.
Tree. He's gone up to the laboratory with Victoria and Alexandra. He won't be long if you'd cared to wait.
I'm early, but I know he won't mind. Come on, you two, come and sit next to Mumsy. Now, when Uncle Maxie arrives, I want you two to be extra specially good. Candy, look at your hair. Let me do it for you properly.
I know, Mumsy. It won't stay right, and I kept those rollers in all night too.
Bless you, my poppet. Stand up. Wayne, my darling, stop sucking your thumb. You'll ruin your teeth.
Yes, Mumsy.
Now, look in my bag and pass me the hairspray.
Here it is. Does my hair look all right?
Oh, yes, darling.
Mumsy,
Yes, my angel?
what if the new chocolate bars bring me up in spots like the Easter eggs did?
I only like plain chocolate anyway.
You only like plain chocolate because you think it's more grown up.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. I hate milk chocolate. You know I do. Anyway, you were only sick because you ate too much.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. For goodness sake, you two, will you stop it? He's a baby.
So are you.
Well, who cried when the box dog licked you when we were filming that commercial? Alexandra and Victoria said you were a baby, so there.
I don't care. I hate Alexandra and Victoria. You're only jealous.
I'm not jealous of you.
Yes, you are.
Why should I be?
I'm going to play Noddy in the pantomime. I was picked from thousands, so the papers said.
Who wants to play stupid Noddy?
You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
You cried when they said you were only going to be a gollywog.
For goodness sake, you two, will you stop it? You'll give Mumsy a headache. I know a secret. I know a secret.
I don't care. What is it?
If we do this chocolate commercial, Mum's is going to buy me a puppy.
I hate you! I hate you!
Cry, baby, cry, baby, cry, baby. For goodness sake, you two, will you stop it before I break your necks?
Hello there. The darlings were just having a little quarrel.
It's the Shino woman. Jones. Derek Jones. How do you do?
How do you do?
My wife, Hazel.
Hello. Hello, I'm Sonia Tree, of course.
So Max is out, is he? Victoria and Alexander said he'd be here.
He should be here. It's not a very good way to treat his customers, is it?
Thanks, dear.
It's the same thing.
He, Alexandra and Victoria have gone up to the laboratory.
I see.
All that money you're paying for his advertising campaign, as he calls it, and he's not even here to greet you.
We're in no hurry, it doesn't matter.
Jones's chocolate is a feather in his cap. He ought to be here to welcome the managing director when there's an appointment with him.
Oh, you're here to sign the contract for the chocolate commercial, are you? I'm so pleased.
Please?
Yes, you might so have an interest, so to speak.
It's very kind of you, Miss Tree.
You do the Shino commercials for the agency, don't you?
That's right, when I have the time. It's pocket money, you know. And Max is an old, dear friend of mine.
Not so much of the old, if you don't mind, Sonia. There's life in the old dog yet. Mr. Jones, how nice to see you, and your darling wife. Have a seat, Mr. Jones.
Oh, yes, get up, you two. Hello there, Maxie, darling.
Hello, Sonia.
Will we be able to have our little business conference this morning?
Later, Sonia, later.
I've got some scripts for you kids to look at. You'd like to take them next door and study for a few minutes, would you?
Last minute equations. Don't worry, nothing serious.
Bring the Jones filing, will you please, Miss Lovely? We'll just go over the main points again, Mr. Jones. We had about advertising your product. Thank you. For you. Now,
Number 1, bars of milk chocolate. Jones's milk chocolate.
yes, the name. Alexander and Victoria said something about the name.
We rather wanted it to be called Jones's Milk Chocolate Bar.
The factory is called Jones's Chocolate Factory, and Uncle's plantation be called Jones's Cocoa Plantations. There's no reason to change.
What name had you in mind?
Well, we liked Creamy Heaven. You just say it. Creamy Heaven. See what I mean? See what I mean? It sounds smooth, good to eat. Take it from one who knows. Any reference to heaven is a winner. It makes the customer feel good.
More than it does me.
Okay, I see you're not convinced. Let's leave the name for a minute, shall we? Go on, Alexandra.
Okay. Right. Number 2, cocoa powder. We thought we'd advertise that with an eye to the upper class market. You know what I mean? Make cocoa the fashionable drink of the day.
Jones's cocoa.
We'll sell it as an after dinner beverage, or a drink that the upper class like to relax with.
Yes, I like it. Shots of attractive models drinking cocoa on cars, yachts and aeroplanes.
Cocoa at the golf club will warm your heart and it'll sink your pulse.
Cocoa with mink coats and Rolls Royces.
But everyone will know it's just cocoa. Anyway, what do you think of calling this upper class beverage of yours?
Monte Carlo Olé.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
An upper class mouthful, we hope.
It's ridiculous! Everyone will know it's just cocoa. Anyway, why the Spanish name?
No, Olé with milk.
And what about this chocolate sauce I'm making? Number 3, chocolate sauce in ready-to-use plastic containers. Just snip the corner from the packet, and there you have a large creamy portion of chocolate sauce. Serve hot or cold.
Ideal for a busy housewife.
A perfect dessert in seconds.
For an ice cream, fresh or tinned fruit.
Puddings or cakes.
Yes, I like it. Make Mrs. Ordinary feel that she's the best cook in the street. Make her feel that she's a veritable cordon bleu. Those sorts of commercials are always the best. It's a venture you're selling, not just chocolate sauce.
Jones's chocolate sauce. Cocoa cream relish.
Yes, cocoa cream relish.
Maximilian, ladies, I know you're all trying to do your best for us, but it just isn't right somehow. My name is Jones. There are millions of Joneses, as many Joneses as there are Smiths in fact, but it's my name and it suits me. I'm an ordinary chap who's been very lucky. I know that, and I'm human enough to enjoy the money I've inherited.
That's right, Derek. There's nothing wrong with our being called Jones.
No one disagree with you, my dear. For people, Jones is a perfectly good name, but it won't sell chocolate.
I want my chocolate to sell itself because it's good.
Not because it makes people feel that they belong to the upper class, or that they're in heaven.
Don't you see, I enjoy seeing my chocolate on the shelves, but Monte Carlo Olé, that wouldn't mean anything to me. That's just the product of an expensive advertising campaign.
Just imagine how everyone would laugh. Imagine Jack and Susan coming round a mile from Monte Carlo Olé. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
A year ago, Maximilian, I was an electrician at a power station. I lived in a small town in the East Midlands. I was happy, a little bored with work sometimes, and often frustrated because there wasn't enough money to do as I wanted. It was a normal, average existence if there is such a thing. It wasn't a bad life. Then came a letter from Africa. Suddenly I had money in 9 cocoa plantations. Rather than sell them, I decided to open a factory at home. I didn't want to move. Now I find myself with a satisfying job as managing director of Jones's Cocoa Company, and I've given jobs to 60 people, and my wife and I have improved our standard of living. I know it seems silly to you, but my name is Jones, I make cocoa, and I want Jones to be seen all over the packets, tins and jars.
That's right, Derek. We're still playing Jones. We make good chocolate, and that should be enough.
Well, what do you two think?
It's different, I'll say that.
Just seems such a waste.
Well, it's not every day that you meet a Cocoa King, and, oh, Sonia.
I must say, Max, it's a beautiful idea. Creamy heaven. I feel like I'm an angel when I bite into a creamy heaven bar. I'm floating on the...
Sonia!
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. Did I do it wrong?
Can we say our lines now, Uncle Maxie?
We think we know them, Uncle Maxie.
Shall we sit on the floor and say them?
Apple pie with cocoa cream relish.
Cocoa cream relish with ice cream.
Kids, just be quiet.
I want to do the advert. We told you that. I've already rehearsed. Derek, you promised.
Mrs. Jones, keep calm.
Hazel, you are going to do the advert.
Rice pudding with cocoa cream relish.
Cocoa cream relish with porridge.
Will you two shut up?
First my name's wrong, then you ask that woman should do the commercial, when I specially asked that my wife should do it.
Maxie, darling, are you going to let them talk to me like that? You said yourself my Shiner advert was my best ever.
So sorry, Uncle Maxie, but we only thought you wanted us to rehearse.
And I suffered those rollers all night.
We should have told you yesterday, Max, we know.
But we thought she'd change her mind.
Well, she didn't. Now look here, I know I'm not a professional, but I've had a lot of experience.
Jonesy's chocolate will be advertised by my wife on no one.
Oh dear, I think I'm going to faint. Oh, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick.
Will you all stop?
Look, Max, we must sort this out.
I'm sorry, sir.
Stop!
Really? You made me jump.
Good. Now, Miss Lovely, who is this lady and why is she so important?
Mrs. Grace Farmer, a junior minister for the Ministry of Health and Social Security.
Social Security, Max. Is business so bad? Sorry.
I wonder what she could want. Well, look, would you all mind waiting outside for a bit? See, while I see this lady, you two can stay here.
This is Grace Farmer.
How do you do? This is my assistant, Alexander Beecham, and Victoria Lacey. I hope you don't mind if they stay. Have a seat. Yes. Now it puzzles me. What would someone like you want with an advertising company? I mean, doctors get lots of customers without advertising, don't they?
Yes. Look, I'll come straight to the point, Mr. Smith. You're just one of the largest advertising agencies in London. Amongst your contracts, you have several for confectionery, I believe.
Confectionery? Oh, you mean sweets and chocolates?
I do. As I'm sure you all know, there's been a great deal of disgrace lately about dental decay and obesity. Both the medical profession and the dental profession have issued these disturbing reports about these aspects of public health. It's been brought to the attention of the government that advertising of sweets and chocolates may have something to do with the decline in the standard of the nation's health. Therefore, from the 1st of next month, the advertising of these commodities will be banned.
I don't believe it.
Hang on. So we've got fat kids with bad teeth, and you think that the box is to blame.
If you think about it, I'm sure you'll see the wisdom of the government decision. The health service just can't go on subsidising people's self-destruction. Do you know that obesity causes more death than smoking?
No, I didn't, but hell, the kids will still buy sweets. You can't ban their sale altogether.
Alas, no. We heard, though, that the ban on advertising will eventually cut down on the sale of sweets. It's certainly stopped manufacturers from introducing so many new lines.
It's blackmail. When parents find out the reason for the ban, the poor manufacturer won't dare rise a cry of protest.
Or the poor advertising agent, come to that.
We aim to help you, and the children, of course, by subsidising the sale of toothpaste and fresh fruit. I hope you have those in your books when I cook what you will lose on confectionery.
Jones's chocolate. Oh my God.
Just what I was thinking. I beg your pardon.
Mr. Jones, just some new client of ours.
Some confectionery magnate, eh? Pity he's not an apple farmer. Take it from me, Mr. Smith. By the time we've finished, the simple apple will be a businessman's dream.
It has its possibilities.
Yes, good to look at.
Good to eat.
Ready wrapped, tastes delicious and does you good.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away and all that. I must go, Max. I'm glad to see you're not too upset by the government's embargo.
I'll ask my secretary to show you out. Oh no, the intercom, it's been on all the time. They must have heard everything. I wonder how Mr. Jones feels now. Miss Luscious, can you come in, please? Goodbye.
Goodbye. The ministry will get in touch with you.
Okay, now stand by for the attack. Keep calm, everybody!
How calm, Mr. Smith?
We couldn't help overhearing what the lady said. So what?
Now, hang on a minute. You mean you don't mind about the chocolate?
I'll still make chocolate despite the government's ban. I know it will be difficult to sell 9 plantations of cocoa without your sort of publicity, so I've changed some of them over to apple orchards. With all that African sunshine, fruit shouldn't be any more difficult to grow than cocoa beans.
They're going to grow apples in Africa.
I like apples. They won't bring me out in spots like Monte Carlo LA would. And they won't ruin my figure like creamy heaven.
It will take time though. What about this year's crop?
Yes, there are 6 shipments of beans expected to arrive in England next week.
My dog won't like apples. Don't be silly, darling.
What was that you said, Candy?
Uncle Maxie, Mumsy promised me that I could have a puppy if I
was good and you let me do this commercial.
No, about dogs liking apples.
Dogs don't like apples. They like chocolate.
You got it, boy. Barks Dog Food, Mr. Jones. They'll buy all this year's crop.
Barks Dog Food Limited will buy the stock off you, Derek.
And I won't have to bother about my advertising.
Miss Luscious and Miss Lovely, can you come in, please, and bring your pens and papers with you? Miss Luscious, take a letter to the Barks Dog Food Company. From the 1st of next month, Barks Dog Food shall be called New Improved Barks Chocolate Dog Food.
Hello, Candy. Hello, Wayne. Been feeding Rover again? He seems ravenous. Well, it's this new chocolate dog food. Barks chocolate dog food. Barks chocolate dog food? I can't get him to eat anything else. His hair looks rather shiny. And his tail wags a lot. Oh, Rover, what bright eyes you've got. Look, he's begging for more. Why not feed your dog on Barks chocolate dog food?
Now, Miss Lovely, take a letter to the Joneses Importing Company, South Africa.
From Africa comes a delectable apple, the beauty treatment no woman can ignore. Picked in the warmth of the African sun, selected from the very best to bring you delicious, firm, sweet, juicy apples. Bite into one now, sweetens your breath, cleans your teeth, clears your skin and firms your figure. Be beautiful. Bite into an apple, but be sure it bears the brand of Joneses, South Africa.
Miss Luscious, take a letter to the Shino Toothpaste Company. Dear Sirs,
I've just taken my two to the dentist. They were both past A1, all because my dentist had given me a tube of new Shino toothpaste. It's guaranteed to clean your teeth whiter than ever before. Shino's unique foaming formula gets between your teeth to remove those dangerous acid particles that spoil the look of your teeth and cause decay. Shino's new Shino toothpaste, sold in the family size tube, sold in chemists everywhere. No more fillings for me or my tooth. The dentist and new Shino toothpaste will see to that. You try it and see.
Miss Lovely, take a letter to the Bubble Washing Powder Company. Dear Sirs,
My husband wouldn't eat the fruit I bought for him. There it used to stay from 1 week to the next, a bowl full of sad little apples, moping oranges, miserable bananas and wilting grapes. Then, last Sunday, we went to his mother's. Honestly, I could have cried. There he ate 3 apples, 4 bananas and a pound of grapes. What's wrong with the fruit I buy? I said. Then his mother told me about new Bubble Fruit Wash. It's so easy. You just dissolve some bubble powder in warm water. It makes fruit shining, clean and irresistible. Now fruit doesn't last 5 minutes in my house. See what I mean?
Hazel, take a letter to the Maximilian Television Advertising Agency. Dear Max, sincere appreciation for the way you've handled my account. Thanks to you, I've been able to open another factory and shall be wanting you to organise another television advertising scheme for Joneses South African apple sauce.
Yeah!